Welcome to the Monday edition of Take 5 for Torah, and today we are commemorating an event that takes place this coming Thursday. That will be the 10th of Iyar, and it's not a commemorative day, it's not a celebratory day. It's the day that our sages tell us that the Philistines destroyed Shiloh, killed the two sons of Eli, and captured the Aron that they took to battle. This, according to our sages, took place this week, this Thursday. And this capped off an inglorious time in our history. The last of the Shoftim in Sefer Shoftim was Shimshon, and there's one Shofet in Sefer Shmuel named Eli, who was a Kohen, who had two sons, Chofni and Pinchas, who did not follow in his path, and they ruined the holiness of Shiloh to the point that no one wanted to go anymore. They behaved incredibly immorally with women in front of the Ohel Moed, incredibly immorally with the Kutshim, with the holy sacrifices, the way they stole the meat from anyone who would come. No one wanted to come to Shiloh anymore. And thankfully, although this family was wiped out, there was a remnant in Shmuel, who was just a child at this time, who did carry on. He is actually the very last of the Shoftim, the very last of the 15 Shoftim who were a bridge between Moshe and Yehoshua, taking us out of Egypt and into the land of Israel, and the monarchy, which is, of course, beginning in Sefer Shmuel with Shaul. Really, these stories could have been part of Sefer Shoftim, but Shmuel was such a crucial, important persona for Klal Yisrael in our history that he gets his own book. And the inglorious way that the house of Eli ends has a glimmer of hope in the fact that there is someone to take over in the guise of Shmuel, the prophet Shmuel. He is both prophet, he is both shofet, and you will see that he has a few other leadership qualities behind him. He ends up leading Israel in battle. He ends up being a religious and spiritual leader at the same time, because remember, there's no Kohen Gadol. He was, the two sons of Eli were killed, and he died when he heard the news. And the Aron was taken by the Philistines. You see, the Bnei Eli made the mistake of thinking that just simply taking the Aron to battle with them was a sure victory against the Philistines. Maybe you remember the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. That story makes it into the movie in an attempt to harness this great power that is assumed to be in this box. Well, that's all it is. It's just a box of gold and wood if we are not obeying the word of God. The box does have incredible power if it is in the hands of those who do obey. The Yerushalmi tells us that there were actually two holy arks, one that they would occasionally take to battle, but one that never left the Holy of Holies. That's the one they took, and it was captured by the Philistines. The box just is a box in view of the misbehavior and the ill behavior of Eli's sons. And this was the date, the 10th of Iyar, our sages tell us, although in this case, this is not a date that's found in Tanakh. Our date last week, the 2nd of Iyar, last Wednesday, was the day that the first temple began to be built. That date is found in Tanakh. But as you will see as we go along the Monday edition of the Take 5 for Torah, we'll see that some of the dates are by tradition, like this one, and what qualifies to be on this Monday edition will be anything that happened during the time of Tanakh, whether it's explicitly written or there's a tradition like this. And our message is that we can harness incredible power even from physical things, the physical temple. But the problem is that with our misbehavior, the temple, like the Holy Ark, would cease to be an object of holiness if we aren't behaving in a holy manner. We are much more holy than the temple. The temple is a thing. It's brick and stone. We are in the image of God. Our soul is in the image of God. And that's what makes us holy. A message that's well to be learned, not learned by the sons of Eli, but by those who are here to commemorate the 10th of Iyar, the day they were killed.